he was going to take Yuki's spot, you would need an explanation on how he knew the whole Nemesis lore, but that would be pretty easy to do. I don't know, but in that scenario, I don't think this would make him a legendary blader. Like, maybe he just tells Jinga and the gang and basically sends them on their journey, but then he stays behind to meditate and try to see more of the future. Yeah, but let me know your thoughts. I think this would be a great way to tie him in, or at the very least, just throw him into the Destroyer Dome tournament. I mean, just give us anything. But yeah, that's Ryutaro. Let me know your thoughts on him, but now I want to talk about Teru. I've talked about this a few times on the channel, but I think he's definitely my favorite obscure Beyblade character. And look, I don't know how I would actually go about involving him more in the story, but I'd love to see it happen. I mean, Teru's whole vibe is just so chill and elegant, and I love that Virgo's avatar is like a ballerina and using moves like Grand Jeté. It's very unique, but I think what really draws me to Teru is his backstory. He was a world-famous dancer, but suffered a horrible injury that completely ended his career. But in perhaps his lowest point, he discovered Beyblade, and whoever this is gives him Virgo. Now, I may be looking way too far into this, but I've always thought that there could be something deeper with this girl. For starters, I'd like to see how she got Virgo, and I also find it very interesting that she happens to look exactly like the avatar of Virgo. Now, I'm not suggesting that there's some sort of a crazy connection here. The writers definitely didn't try to imply anything. They probably just had a stock ballerina design, and they just used it for this girl and Virgo's avatar. But it is fun to think, like, what connection does this girl have to Virgo? I mean, is she Virgo? Is her spirit in this Beyblade? I mean, as crazy as that sounds, that's interesting to me, and I'd love to see if a cool storyline can be built off of that. But yeah, I don't know, that's pretty random. I think it's mainly the fact that Teru's relationship with this girl is so unknown. I mean, she doesn't even get a speaking line. We do know that she was a ballerina, she gives him Virgo, and then she looks just like the avatar. I think it's just the mystery of it all that's got me so interested. But as for including him in Masters or Fury, I struggle to think of anything. I mean, maybe, just maybe, you could have slid him into Team Excalibur just because he looks like he could be European, but I don't know if I would do that. I feel like it would mess with the synergy of Excalibur. But let me know what you guys think about Teru. But now we're going to move on to talk about Sora. Sora is definitely the biggest what-if character. I mean, he was in 2 pretty unimportant episodes, but still managed to show crazy potential. And look, to be honest, I could very well see him playing the early Masamune role, which was like a rival for Jinga, but he's clearly a bit weaker. I think that could fit with Sora, but ultimately, I do like Masamune, and he connects us to everything with Team Starbreaker, so I don't think I would make this change. Maybe you could throw Sora onto some other team. He definitely seems like the type of guy who would go and try to get on any team possible just to compete. Or at the very least, they could have thrown him into Battle Bladers. And if